My name is Tatenda Chikoe and I'm going to be your host. This is Utano, the podcast, a skincare-based podcast where we talk about all things skin. Guys, my name is Tatenda Chikoe and I'm going to be your host. This is Utano, the podcast, a skincare-based podcast where we talk about all things skin. So we're going to start off with some icebreaker questions that I asked you guys on my Instagram quite a while back, but we're going to use these anyway, just like a little get to know me situation. So question number 1, what is your favorite product? That is a hard question, but I think my favorite product would be hyaluronic acid, just because of the plumping effect it has on your skin and the afterglow. I think hyaluronic acid is definitely one for the books. Is it difficult for me to find products? When I used to live back home in Zimbabwe, it used to be very difficult to find products, but ever since I moved to the UK, there's more access to products, so I don't struggle as much as I did compared to when I was living back home in Zimbabwe. What are my skin goals? So my skin goals have changed over time because I've been doing skincare for such a long time, nearly almost over 3 years now. So my skin goals have drastically changed. So I've gone from trying to hectically clear my hyperpigmentation or get rid of my acne to now a healthy skin barrier is so important to me. So even if I have a breakout, I'm not so much fussed about whether it's the visible outlook of the breakout. I'm more concerned with how I treat it and whether my skin is healthy and my barrier is healthy. So my approach is a bit different now. So that is my skin goal, always making sure that my skin barrier is healthy and happy. What is my skin type? I have combination skin. So I have normal to dry skin depending on the season. I have drier skin during the winter and oilier skin during the summer. So I always try and work between those two. Do I wear sunscreen every day? I wear sunscreen every day. Since I started using sunscreen, I think I've actually seen the importance of wearing sunscreen, and it also works as such a good moisturizer. So sometimes I even use it at nighttime, as crazy as that sounds. This is just an introductory episode where we talk about Utano and why I decided to start Utano and what Utano means to me. So Utano to me means health. It means health in Shona. It could mean either health in terms of medical health. It could mean health in terms of your physical well-being or your mental state. So it covers all aspects. But in this little situation, Utano, we talk about skin health. That's what Utano means to me. So I'll just give you a little background about why I started skincare and where that kind of stemmed off so that you have a little bit of a better understanding as to why I am kind of a skincare junkie and why I actually started it in the first place. I initially started doing skincare in my final year of high school, and I was still based in Zimbabwe. So at that point, my skin was just really terrible, and I was just looking for a quick solution because it really affected my confidence. So I went to the extents and I went to the extremes to find products that would help me to kind of find a quick solution, which actually ended up making my skin worse than it actually was in the beginning. So I started using things like African black soap. I used Neutrogena, and Neutrogena might work for other people, but specifically for me, I think there's a certain ingredient that they use in their products that does not react, well, my skin doesn't react well with. So that caused major breakouts and actually led me to having borderline cystic acne. Funny enough, my first paycheck when I started working whilst I was doing like my gap year to go to university, the few months I was waiting to go to university, I got paid and I literally spent all of my paycheck on skincare. And I started watching YouTube videos. So I saw a lot of good reviews on Neutrogena, and I decided that that is the product that I was going to first try. And so I bought a range of things from Neutrogena. I bought exfoliating scrubs, I bought cleansers, I bought moisturizers, I bought the whole pack, like the total package. And at that point, maybe I was getting paid $120, and I used the full $120 to buy skincare, only for the skincare not to work. That broke my heart. I don't know what to tell you guys. And I ended up having to give it to one of my friends. So that really broke my heart because I was like, I've literally spent my whole paycheck. That means I have to wait another 30 days until I can get something else. So at that point, then I kind of just let it go. And then I was just wearing foundation and makeup just to try and cover up the way my skin was looking at the time. And obviously that is not sustainable because you can't say every time you want to leave the house, you have to slap on some makeup. So that was one of my main reasons for starting skincare. I wanted to feel comfortable in my skin. And I'm generally a very confident person, but I found that the appearance of my skin just really put my self-esteem all the way down. So I was trying to build that up. So when I then came to uni, there was no more than 3 months and then we were now in lockdown. So I decided, okay, what's a better time to start experimenting on my skin and finding things that work for me when we are indoors and nobody can go anywhere. So that's when I decided, okay, fine, this seems like the best time for me to start this whole thing. So that's when I started my skincare. And so I tried different things. I tried acnicide, I tried different products. But what I then realized was trying to find a quick solution was not going to be sustainable. So I started looking into products that are good for your skin, that don't harm your skin, that don't disturb your skin barrier. And I started kind of teaching myself off of like YouTube videos and watching other skincare junkies, that sort of thing, and learning like different things, reading up on different products and what they do for your skin and what they mean, that sort of thing. So all of my skincare routines and what I know about skincare is self-taught or like YouTube and internet based. Then I realized that everybody's skin is different. So there's no one formula for skincare. You have to kind of do the research and find what works for you. And then once you find something that works, it's always best to kind of stick to that. For example, I use the Ordinary products as my base. Their serums, I use all of their serums. Like for my niacinamide, my hyaluronic acid, I always get that from the Ordinary and I haven't changed. My glycolic toner, I've always used that from the Ordinary. And my theory for my skincare is why change something that's working? So that's kind of how and then I got into a phase where I really love to try different skincare products. So it could be an exfoliating scrub or a new shower gel or a foot peel or some lotion. And skincare just made me feel very good about myself. So it's something that I started doing for myself. That is the way in which I showed up for myself in a time where I felt like I couldn't really do much for myself. So this was lockdown time, and just a little bit like, when things started to open up a bit, it was very difficult to find a job and try and occupy your time. So it was very frustrating for me. So I just leaned towards doing skincare, and that really helped me a lot in terms of my self-esteem, because now I have the option. So I really like to wear makeup. I love wearing makeup, but now I can decide whether I want to wear makeup or I don't want to wear makeup. But compared to before, I wore makeup every single day because I was not feeling confident in myself. So I feel like it might not necessarily have to do with the appearance of your skin, like whether your skin is clear and you have no blemishes. But I think if you feel like your skin is healthy and you're taking care of your skin, I feel like that makes a whole difference in the way in which you carry yourself. Especially for me, I feel like that's made a big difference. And now I'm not even scared to post on my Instagram with like my real face. But before, when I was like 19, you couldn't catch me dead on Instagram with no makeup. Are you crazy? But now I'm like, let's get it, let's go. This is my real face. So now I have a healthier relationship with makeup. I wear makeup because it makes me feel good, but I also can wear my skin out because I feel good with or without. So I've got options. So that was the whole thing. I wanted to give myself options. And then I started making videos sharing my skincare routine, what products I like, what products I don't like. And it was just, skincare has become something that's so therapeutic for me. It's the way in which I show up for myself. I feel like now it's a very small way that I show up for myself, but it's showing up for myself regardless. So on the days where I feel like I'm not able to show up for myself, I show up for myself in that way. I feel like everybody should feel comfortable in their skin, no matter the color, no matter the texture. The important thing is finding a way in which you build confidence within your skin, because you're in this body for the rest of your life. You know, you need to feel comfortable in your skin. So that is the basis of why Utano is today. It's just a way in which people can come together and we can talk about the difficulties of finding who you are and feeling comfortable in your skin. And that could look like different things. And I hope that you guys continue to listen, continue to watch, and then at least we can explore those type of difficult topics together and just find a way to conquer those barriers. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I look forward to the next episode. I have good faith that Utano will make a big difference, not just to me, but to anybody who listens and anybody who watches. So I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.
I just made a promise that I'll always be first, ain't no option. Everyone should